Welcome to the Lone Arranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I am the Lone Arranger. Why am I the Lone Arranger? Because I'm arranging loans. That's what I do every day. I'll tell you something. This has been such a glorious opportunity for me to help so many folks out there that it's just done so much for me personally to be able to be involved in my community and be able to help so many people accomplish something that I am so passionate about, and that's helping people achieve wealth and stability and be able to experience what homeownership does. I also am passionate about helping you save money when it comes to refinancing. So I want to get down to some business today as to, first of all, what this show does, why I do this show, because the station does not pay me to do this show. Why do I do this show, and what value can I bring to you as a consumer? Because you may already own a home and say, hey, I don't need to buy a home. Why do I need to listen to this goofballs radio show? Well, here's why. Because I give you clear understanding as to what's going on in the industry that would affect the value of your home and what is happening so that you can determine where your value is going and what to do with that. Because homeownership is really just a savings account that is non-taxable until you sell that home. It is what's called unrealized gains. And the more money and the more real estate we own that appreciates in value, the more wealth we can establish. So I think it's super important, whether you're buying a home or you already own a home, to stay up to date on exactly what's going on in the real estate market. So let's just talk about that, the real estate market. So real estate market is still red hot. I'm going to tell you something. My January new client leads were up by 10%. February already going gangbusters. The dilemmas, because you hear both sides of the story from me, the dilemmas are, I've got a pile of people that are pre-approved for their financing, ready to go, can't find a house. Can't find a house. They're looking at new construction. New construction is raising them. They all raised their prices another $5,000 again on Tuesday. So all these builders raising their prices again, and you're in a waiting line to get a home. So what do? What are the alternatives? So let's just kind of lay it on the line and really figure out what we need to do. So first of all, is it the right time, or did you truly miss the boat on this? So again, no fake news here. You first of all, you absolutely missed the boat on the lowest possible interest rates if you're buying now. That deal has done. That ship has sailed. Okay. However, I don't think it's a bad time to buy. I still think it's a good time to buy. Why? Because it doesn't matter what the interest rate is, provided you can afford the payment. What does matter is, are we going to make money on the investment? So it would be like saying, I don't want to buy a stock that's $100 because it's $100 and I can only buy 10 of them, but that stock's going to go up 20% per year. And you say, oh, well, maybe I just want to buy a stock that's $25, and that stock I can buy more of, but it's only going to go up 5% per year. Listen, you look at the end dollar. Don't step over $1 to pick up a penny. There's going to be a ton of money to be made in real estate. We are in one of the most dynamic cities in the country, not even in the state. Matter of fact, the stats came up for the best cities in America to live in and buy homes in. Number 1 was Tampa. Number 2 was Jacksonville. Got number 1 and number 2. Number 9, Orlando, and the surrounding areas. So we are going to close the gap between Jacksonville and Daytona and Orlando and Tampa. And that will be a giant corridor and a giant metropolis of homes and opportunity for all of us, for every one of us. And it's going to be amazing. And the great news is you'll make money in real estate. The more homes you have, the more wealth you'll have. You look back in history and look at the wealthy people in America. Who were they? They're landowners. They're people that own real estate. Not one of those people can I look back in the history of time and go, wow, that guy was a great renter. He really did well with renting. It doesn't happen. It's not going to happen. So did you miss the boat on the low rates? Yes. Is it more of a challenge for you if you are a first-time home buyer trying to get into the market? You better believe it is. Is it a challenge for you by being up against multiple offer situations? Yes. Is it a challenge for you that you have to come in at or above full price to get a home? Yes. Is it a challenge for you that America is experiencing 60% of the appraisals that are done are coming in under value because they can't keep up with the cost of housing? Yes, those are all challenges. We got to live through them. We got to deal with them. So we have to look at the opportunities within the challenges. You know the old saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That's because rich people understand that the challenges don't get in their way. They're looking at the opportunity. The poor person is only looking at the challenge and not at the opportunity. Which one are you? Which category are you going to fall into? Now, you may say, well, I'm not rich, so I have to fall into the poor person category. You will stay in that category if you don't start thinking differently. Most of what people achieve in life is mindset. Okay. I'll give you an example. Okay. I will, embrace any venture that I want to based on what I see as the potential gains from it. Now, not all my ventures turn out to be fruitful, but I am not afraid to jump in. Now, having said that, my mindset is of look at opportunity, take advantage of opportunity. Go. Make it happen. Buy that property. Do that deal. Put that transaction together. Make it happen. There's always an obstacle. I've always got stuff. Listen, my job is full of obstacles every day. Putting out fires, people moving money around, screwing their credit up before I close the loan, spending money that they got. Had a client the other day, got a gift from grandpa to buy a home. She spent the money that he gave her as a gift before we went to closing, and then was surprised that we couldn't go to closing because she spent the money that grandpa gave her to buy the house. Oh well, those things happen. That's life. But here's the thing. You either take advantage of situations that you are confronted with and make the best of them. I think making the best of the real estate market is a smart way to go. If you have any questions about that, you want to talk to the Lone Ranger, you are skeptical of it, call me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. Now, I think that the first-time home buyer is at quite the disadvantage right now because we are dealing with inflation. We got the Fed hadn't even raised the Fed rate yet. They're probably going to raise it 3 times, so that's going to go up. There's a shortage of inventory. Builders are backed up. I mean, we can just layer on all of the challenges that we have. And you could sit back and go, you know what? I got to tell you something. The challenges are just too insurmountable for me. I'm going to wait. Okay, let's talk about waiting. Let's see how you like these challenges better. Rents are going to go up 20%. They went up 20% nationally last year. They're going to go up another 20% this year. Why? Shortage of rental properties, just like a shortage of inventory to buy. Shortage of rental properties. That puts the landlord in control. So if they raise your property, let's just say you got a 3-2 and you're paying, let's just say $1,850 a month. And that property doesn't go up by 20%, but it goes up by 10%. That means next year it's $2,035. And then the next year, let's just say it goes up by 10%. Well, now you're paying $2,238 and then 10%. Now you're paying $2,468 and then another 10%. And now you're paying $2,708 and then another 10%. And you're paying $2,979. Okay, there's your 5 years. There's your 5 years. Now you could get into a $350,000 house right now with 3.5% down FHA, 3% down conventional, 0 down VA, 0 down USDA, depending on what you qualify for. The most you would have to put down to buy a first home would be 3.5%. Okay, so let's just get over that hump. So where does that put you? It puts you at a payment at about $2,200 for a $350,000 house. Now, that's locked in for life. You know what's not locked in for life? Your rent. You know what's not locked in for life? Your repairs on the house that the people are going to do for you when you're renting, fixing the garage door opener, fixing the I don't know, the hot water heater, the air conditioning, you got a roof leak, whatever it is. You can't control it when you're a tenant. You have control. And it's a fixed rate loan. I don't do adjustable rate loans. I do fixed rate loans. Meat and potato, baby. Meat and potato. 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. That is my number. I am committed to helping the first-time home buyer because they are at the biggest disadvantage. All you listeners out there that want to buy a vacation home, I got news for you on vacation homes. You want to buy investment property? I can show you how to buy investment property. Bought a lot of them. But I have decided that on April, I believe it's the 13th, I'll have to check my website to see when I scheduled that class. April the 13th, I am going to be teaching a class that's just for first-time home buyers. Now, you don't have to be of age to buy a first-time home. This class is going to be what no one told you what to do, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. So I'm inviting kids from 15 years old up to about 35 years old. Okay, a 35-year-old, no longer a kid. But sometimes I run into people, and it's like my parents just never really told me how to establish credit, how to maintain credit, how to balance a checkbook. You know, the one thing that changes your life, and that's the path to ownership. Getting and building credit, maintaining credit, how to use credit, how to keep your balances low. Young adults are at a huge disadvantage right now because they have not been guided in the direction. I'm volunteering for the job. So I want to take all your kids and all your grandkids and I want to help them. I want to get them going in the right direction. Now, I need your help to do it. I need you guys all to be my bird dogs out there. Okay. So here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for pastors, youth groups, priests, deacons, people member of some organization of youth organization of some sort. And I want to get these young kids in a Zoom class on April. I believe it's the 13th. I'm going to have to check my calendar. And we're going to do a class on all the things you need to do to put yourself in position to establish credit, build credit, and be able to buy a home young. Now, you can check this statistic out, but I will tell you that if you buy a home in your 20s, you have a 70% greater chance on retiring as a millionaire. Who doesn't want to retire as a millionaire? I mean, come on, you guys. And listen, you don't have to be a high wage earner to retire as a millionaire. I have folks that I see every day. And I'll just give you an example, a snapshot. He's a cop. She's a teacher. He makes 65 to 80. She makes 40 to 65. Now, you can change the roles. I don't mean to be stereotypical in any way. I'm just giving you an example. Okay. Here's a family that makes about 100 to 120 a year combined income. Not going to get rich in today's economy. Now, years ago, we used to think $100,000 was rich. It ain't rich anymore. Okay. I can show you, I have plenty of clients that have amassed millions of dollars in wealth in real estate versus the client that's a doctor, a surgeon. I just got off the phone with a surgeon, man. I'm telling you, this guy makes $1.8 million a year and doesn't know how to manage money. And listen, it's not a judgment call. Nobody told you how to manage your money. Matter of fact, here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to have a class for medical professionals on how to manage money. You should hire the loan arranger with a 10th grade education, which is not actually true because I don't have a 10th grade education. I dropped out of school in the 10th grade. But I will hold a class for all you doctors and surgeons that make tons of money and don't know how to make it work for you in the market. That's going to be my next commitment. Call me at 407-706-3313 or go to WeBringYouHome.com and apply for a mortgage. I'm going to get you going in the right direction. Before these interest rates go up too much higher, stay tuned. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger Radio Show.